Today we're going to talk about Bitcoin. I'll show you guys what buyers have to do to extend prices higher. We'll talk about some support levels, and we'll also get into the DXY, the US dollar index, because it is ripping higher today and it continues to be a key driver for the crypto markets. And we'll also touch on that DXY Bitcoin relationship so you guys know why it matters. Now, if you guys are enjoying this content, be sure to subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon to get notifications because I am releasing these videos every day, Monday through Friday. All right, so the Bitcoin daily time frame. Obviously, the market is coming into some resistance here as expected. I always thought that this area around 45 to 46,000 would provide some resistance here for the market. You can see where 46 was the lows back here, and this area right around mid 44, so right around 44,500 is also resistance, and that's what Bitcoin is struggling with a little bit over the past 24 hours. So really this area between 44,500 all the way up toward 46,200, which is the yearly open for Bitcoin, is going to be resistance. The market needs to close above this area on a daily closing basis to expose that $50,000 to $53,000 area. Okay, so lots of upside above this area, but first we need to see Bitcoin get above it on the daily chart. As long as it's below it, guys, this is going to be resistance, and support for Bitcoin comes in anywhere between $40,000 and $42,000. So if we do see the market dip into this region, I would expect buyers to come out and defend the area all the way up toward 42 and all the way down toward $40,000. Now, in addition to the resistance areas you see here on the Bitcoin chart, there's also something happening with the DXY, the US dollar index, that has kind of prevented cryptos from moving higher over the past 24 hours. So earlier today, the DXY ripped higher. We'll get to that in a moment. But first, let's start with the monthly time frame. So I continue to track this 2011 trend line. You can see where the DXY broke down from this level back here in 2020, and now we're getting a bearish retest of it over the past few months. Okay, now if we look at the daily chart, you can see where earlier today, okay, the market had actually gone above this level. So it was trading above this 2011 level up here, just above 97.50. Now, over the past hour or so, we have seen some selling pressure. So if we look at the 1 hour chart, you can see where the DXY did sell off here recently. So we'll see where today closes. My initial thought is that this is the start of a sell-off, and we're likely to see the DXY close below 97.50. Of course, whatever the market does is what goes, guys. I don't know where this market's going to go. I don't know where it's going to close today. So we'll just have to wait and see where this market closes. But if it does stay below this area up here around 97.50, then this is intact as resistance. And as I've said recently too, we need to see the DXY rotate lower materially in order to see cryptos like Bitcoin move higher in 2022. This is going to be absolutely critical. I can't stress this enough, that until we see the DXY take out this May trend line and also move below 95, okay, and give us that first lower low since May of last year, there is no confirmed reversal. Okay, so we could get a reversal pattern up here from resistance, but there's no confirmed reversal as far as the overall trend for the DXY is concerned until we see that move below 95. And personally, I think that if we do see that from the DXY, we are going to see Bitcoin absolutely rip higher. And the reason I think that has to do with the Bitcoin DXY relationship, which we've talked about in the past, but it's worth covering again. Okay, so here we have the relationship between the two. So in blue is Bitcoin and orange is the DXY. You can see that every single time, every cycle where Bitcoin tops out, we get a bottom or low from the DXY. Okay, so DXY in orange, Bitcoin in blue, and this is the monthly chart. So you can see where every time the DXY rips higher like this, we get the start of a crypto bear market. Okay, we get lower highs and lower lows from Bitcoin. Now, here is the interesting part, okay? If you look at the last 10 years, 10 plus years, every time we get a move higher from the DXY back here, this was kind of a mini bear market for Bitcoin. Same thing here, DXY ripped higher, we got a bear market from Bitcoin. Same thing here, the DXY ripped higher, we got a bear market from Bitcoin. Now, same thing right now, okay, the DXY is up about 9% since May of last year, which is a big move for the DXY. However, what we've seen now recently, instead of moving lower, like we've seen in past cycles, we have seen Bitcoin really just go sideways. Okay, so we are seeing a lot of relative strength from Bitcoin. So there's been an increase in relative strength from Bitcoin against the DXY. So this is why I continue to track the US dollar index and say that any material weakness from the DXY is likely to trigger a big move higher from Bitcoin. And that's simply because we have seen Bitcoin show relative strength against this index over the past year. And just to illustrate that point, if we take a look at the last cycle, okay, the last time the DXY back here in 2018 rallied 9%. All right, so this move back here from the DXY, by the time the DXY had moved higher by 9%, Bitcoin was 70% off of its all-time high during the bear market. This time, same exact move from the DXY, up 9%. We've seen Bitcoin now off its all-time high by 36%. Okay, so back here in 2018, same move from the DXY, 70% off its all-time high. This time, Bitcoin is just 36% off its all-time high. So this just illustrates how strong Bitcoin has been against the US dollar index. Now, obviously the key here is going to be to see that confirmed weakness from the DXY, which, as I mentioned, we do need to see that close below this trend line, which we're nowhere close to right now, and also that move below the 95 area. But if we get that, if we see the DXY start to rotate lower, guys, I really do think that we are going to see Bitcoin absolutely rip higher. I don't think enough people are paying attention to this. It's a key driver along with oil and what's happening with the euro. But as of right now, this is going to be one to watch. All right. So it's at resistance right now, the DXY. We do need to see a break below 95 to confirm that reversal, do that, and I think we see all-time highs for Bitcoin this year. All right, so this is going to be the barometer for whether or not we see Bitcoin really move to all-time highs in 2022, or we just get more range-bound price action like we've seen since the start of 2021. All right, but as far as Bitcoin is concerned, once again, just to kind of wrap up, we need to see a close above this area between mid 44s all the way up toward 46,200. So the market needs to close up here to really flip that area to support. Do that, and I do think we see that move toward 50 to 53. 40 to 42,000 is going to be support. And as I've said recently, I am bullish on Bitcoin in March. I do think we get that move up toward 50,000, if not mid 50,000s, just based on this potential double bottom that is formed. But we do need to see the confirmation, that move above 46 and the close above it to flip it to support. All right, that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon to get notifications, smash that like button, and leave your comment below. I will talk to you guys again tomorrow.